Alright, so it's actually been a while since I've played Albion online, so I figured why not go ahead and make a brand new character for this channel. I guess we'll be trying to do like a zero to hero type thing. See if I remember a few things. We're starting here off in this desert area. I don't know how to pronounce that. Steppe, whatever. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. But this is where we're going to be starting. From what I remember, this place is primarily, what is it? Hide, I think. Hide and fiber. I think those are the two resources you want to be collecting. So we're going to be starting off by just collecting some resources to get some early silver and hopefully get a mount so that we could travel the world a lot faster. And you know, while we're also traveling around, we're going to try to hopefully find some solo dungeons once we get a little bit of base gear, maybe tier 2. Also haven't really decided what I want to use in this account. I may try to use the Clarent Blade because that's something I've never really used. And I want to try to play a class that I don't really play on my main account, at least back when I did play on it. And that was and that class there, I'd never really touched it, so I didn't really touch any of those swords because I wasn't really a big fan of it. But maybe things have changed. I know they added recently a new class, which I'm not familiar with at all. Or not class, but basically a whole new weapon line. I'm not really familiar with it, so I'm not sure how strong or bad they are. And they also added something called tracking, apparently. So that's going to be fun to look into. Hopefully it's solo friendly. I know majority of this game was very clan heavy. From what I remember, I used to do a lot of mists, and I did try to do some roads every now and then, but I never really went too deep into the solo dungeon aspect, just because from what I remember, they were pretty bad silver per hour in fame, and I think you were better off in the open world. So right now we're just going to be collecting a bunch of stone, because I believe when I checked it on the market, this was the most expensive thing to pick up, the most expensive resource. So it's going to be the quickest way to get our silver up during this time before we move over towards the yellow zone. So I think the overall goal for this video is going to be try to probably just get tier 4 gear before ending this video. I think that'll be a good start. And hopefully if you guys are into these kinds of videos, I could just keep going with the series and see how far we actually manage to get this account. But from here, I think we're going to just head back into the town and see what kind of silver we make from selling this off. Pretty sure these prices aren't accurate. I don't think I'm going to get 7,000 silver right off the bat. But hopefully we have at least enough for a mule so that we could come back and do a second trip of stone. Or if not, we could probably just get geared up and start looking for these solo dungeons around this area. Alright, nice. So it looks like it's selling for 52 silver each, so we're going to get around 4.4k. Not too bad. We're going to go ahead and just sell that off. Let's see how much a mule is currently going for. Alright, so it looks like a mule is going for 2,600, so we're going to go ahead and just start off with buying that. We're not too worried about it, so we could probably just sell this back. So most of the stuff usually sells pretty well. A little bit under what you usually buy it for, so it shouldn't be too bad to sell back once we don't need them. So we're going to go ahead and just look for tier 2 weapons and armor. So we're going to go ahead and I think I'll just use this. And then I think it was called mercenary jacket, right? Yeah, this is what we want right here. A mercenary hood is what we want. And finally, we're going to probably just get some soldier boots. I believe that's what they are. Tier 2 soldier boots. Oh, actually, and a shield. Nice. So we're already geared up. So that maybe we could actually buy some tools. Just to start leveling this up as well. Let's get some fiber. Or, what's it called? Sickle to get the fiber. Maybe a hammer? I'm not sure. Nah, we'll just get a Skinner's knife, actually. That's probably the best thing to do. Okay, and we're still left with 300 silver, so that's not too bad to start off. We already got some gear. Didn't take too long. Took about maybe 10 minutes to get this starter gear. Alright, so now we're going to go out into the open world and we're going to go see if we could find ourselves a solo dungeon to do. And what I'm hoping for is to not get any sort of books. I'm hoping we'll at least get a blue chest so that we could get some money at least. But if we do manage to just get books, I'm not too worried about that since we actually do need to get our points up so that we could actually wield tier 4 gear to begin with. We're also just going to be looking for these skinning animals and we're just going to be basically picking up as much resources as we can as we go along hunting for this solo dungeon so we could maximize our profits per hour. And I believe as a new account, you also start with around 100 learning points, right? Yes, okay. So yeah, so you do start with 100 learning points as a new account. And that's going to be very good for leveling up our resource gathering skills. And one thing I did forget actually is when you are tier 2 gathering, you could actually gather the next level up. So you could actually gather tier 3 as long as it's not an enchanted node. That's one thing I actually did forget. So that's actually going to also increase our profits per hour as well. So that's pretty nice to actually be able to remember. Ooh, nice. Looks like we've managed to find ourselves a solo dungeon here. So we're gonna go ahead and just finish collecting this flax, and then we're gonna go inside of this solo dungeon and see if we can manage to get lucky and hopefully pull a couple of blue chests or purple chests. Ooh, wait. There's 2 solo dungeons here, and this one has the blue enchantment. So we're gonna go ahead and do this one instead rather than doing this green one. So from what I remember, people don't really like doing these dungeons because, like I mentioned, they were pretty bad gold per hour. But since we're a new account, I'm not really too worried. I'm hoping we just get any sort of gold. It would be pretty helpful for the account. I'm not looking for any like 50,000 silver items or anything like that. Just something like 5k or something would be very helpful for the account. Oh, nice. Wait, you could actually move with this ability now? From what I remember back then, you weren't able to move with those soldier boots ability. That's pretty nice to see. We can also use the speed boost just to speed up our progress in this dungeon as well. Ooh, this one managed to drop something. I wonder what he dropped. It could be a Tome of Knowledge. Let's see. Oh man. Sadly, it's just a tier 2 helmet. Well, that's okay. That's 100 silver, so I'm not complaining. Looks like we managed to hit our mastery for this weapon line already. We're actually doing a lot more damage than I thought they would. Okay, so we're at our first boss and chest here. I hope that this isn't too hard. Oh, well, we managed to aggro everything here. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's just at least kill one before we die. Hope we don't die here. Okay, we managed to live. 1 HP. Let's go ahead and re-heal up and go in again. I don't know why I pulled those guys over there. I didn't think I was gonna pull them. Try to kill the little guys first though. Come on, come on, come on. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Okay, nice. So we managed to clear off this whole area now. We're gonna try this again. And I'm pretty sure we should be able to do this boss, no problem. Wow, that was really close. I really thought we were gonna be able to do that. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and switch our body to the Infernal Shield since we're not even able to use our R during the fight anyways. So might as well use it for something that'll reflect damage and give us more damage per second. So we're gonna go ahead and wait these 5 seconds and try again. No way. Wow, I don't know why we're not able to do this. I feel like he did a lot more damage early on than he did compared to the first time. Yeah, we'll give it another try, just because this armor is really cheap, so I don't really care how many times we die. Maybe we should be using our E as an interrupt. Maybe that'll make it so that we don't actually die. But I've kind of just been using it as a damage dealer. Wow, yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to just try to use our E as an interrupt because this isn't working the way we're doing it right now. Alright, so we're gonna build our 3 stacks real quick. We're gonna pop the R right now because he's gonna do the first hit. And just reflect that while we're building our 3 charges. Interrupt that so we don't get hit by it. Nice. Okay, so he's starting to do it again. I'm trying to save it as an interrupt right now. In case he does it again. Nice. We actually managed to do it this time. So the problem was that we didn't use our E as an interrupt. And it managed to get us to kill. So let's see what we get. Ooh, a tier 4 item. This is actually pretty big. I don't know how much it sells for in the other zone. But hopefully it sells for a decent amount. But we did also get 2k though. So I'm not too upset about that. I think those deaths were worth it. Oh, nice. We also managed to do the Tome of Insights, which I think is from the daily challenges. So if we head over here to this little note under Adventures Challenge. Yeah, see? So you get a free Tome of Insight, which gives us 10,000 combat fame for free. We're going to go ahead and just claim that and use it right away. Okay, so we managed to reach the final boss from the scenes, because I remember, from what I remember at least, when you see this symbol, it means you're towards the final boss already. So we're just gonna go ahead and clear these little minions and then push over to the boss and see what we get. Okay, so we finally finished to clear off most of the dungeon. Actually, all of the dungeon. So now we're at the final boss. We're going to go ahead and try to take him down. I hope it's easier than the other boss that we were fighting, because the durability of armor is pretty low right now. What's it at? It's currently 67, so it's almost halfway already. But let's go ahead and just give it a shot and see how it goes. Okay, so far so good. We have almost more health than him. I think as he gets lower health though, he's going to start getting enraged like his other people. Go ahead and interrupt that. That's pretty good. Dodge that. Yeah, he's getting enraged. Nice. And we got another blue chest actually to end it off. This could be pretty big. Alright, we didn't get an item, but it's okay. We still got 2k silver. And I'm pretty happy about that. So let's go ahead and sell this off. Honestly, I may just go straight to the yellow zone and start selling all this off, because I think there's... the auction house is different depending on the area you're in. So I'm going to just go ahead and go back there and just sell everything there. Alright, so we're now in the main city of Bridgewatch. We're going to go ahead and go down to the bank. And from here head over to the... and from here head over towards the marketplace and sell off what we got from that dungeon. And from actually all the gathering as well. Alright, so it seems the repair costs are going to be around $8.97. We're going to go ahead and do that because we're going to end up selling everything off anyways. Sadly, the body didn't sell for too much, only $1,500. I thought I was going to sell for a lot more, honestly, but I hope this sells. I'm going to just create a sell offer. This one, I'm just going to go ahead and dump it. The thin hides, go ahead and dump this as well. Dump the flax. Just basically dump everything, honestly. But we're sitting over 10,000 silver already just from that one dungeon. Not too bad for just starting off. I think from here we could now afford tier 3 armor. I'm not sure if we could do tier 4. Let me go ahead and check. So from here... yeah, no, we can't. So we would need to use learning points to get to the tier 4. So we could need to do... so we may need to do at least one more solo dungeon, but I think we're going to try to do it in yellow zone this time to see if we can get better loot. We're going to go ahead and just sell everything off and just go ahead and buy tier 3 rather than tier 2. Okay, so we're going to actually also look into food, to invest in food if we're going to be doing these harder dungeons. So we're going to go ahead and buy 1 goat stew just to increase our damage, I believe is what it does, right? Yeah, so it'll increase all our damage by 5% for 30 minutes, which is pretty good. It should last enough for the whole dungeon. I was actually considering buying some pies to also increase our yield, but I don't think that's too worth it right now. But I think I'll also invest in a decent bag, just to get a little bit more weight, hopefully carry a little bit more with us on our trips out there. And I think this is what we're going to be rocking inside the yellow zone. It shouldn't be too bad with tier 3, but let's go ahead and look for a solo dungeon and give it a try. Seems like this zone has a lot more enchanted nodes around the area than compared to the previous zone, the blue zone. Look at this. Look at all these enchanted blue nodes here of animals. Some green ones right here next to it as well. It's insane. You could really level up your gathering here pretty quick, especially if you're using pies and any other types of bonuses that you could probably think of. Okay, here we go. So we managed to find one. I was really considering just backing and buying one for this video, but it's okay. We managed to find one. We're going to go ahead and just go in, and hopefully we get lucky in this dungeon. This is now yellow zone tier 5 dungeon. Okay, so we made it to our first chest area. It's pretty small though compared to the other chests that we had in the previous solo dungeon, but that's okay. It doesn't mean it still can't be blue. I think I may try to leave that container there for the boss, just in case it ends up giving us trouble. Wow, okay, as soon as I said that, I managed to actually mess it up and hit it on accident with our AoE. But I'm trying to just clear out this area of mobs before continuing to the boss, because I don't want them to get aggroed as we're fighting stuff. okay. We still got two containers over here. Should be okay. There's too many here, so I think I'm just gonna actually use the barrel for these guys though. And I think we should be good to fight this guy now. I'm gonna go ahead and just heal up real quick and try to fight him. Oh, nope, never mind. Spoke too soon. Okay, we did manage to get him half health though, so we're gonna just go with what we got here. Not sure what that ability is that he does. He keeps canceling it, so I'm not sure what it does. Nice. That was a lot easier than the previous one. Sadly, it's a green chest though, so I'm pretty sure we're just gonna get books from this. Okay, we still got silver and a rune though. But still 1,000 silver, so I'm not complaining. But sadly, didn't get anything from it. It doesn't look like there's any other way to go, so I guess this is the end of the dungeon here. We've already dealt with this guy before, so all he does is get enraged over time, so we're just gonna try to avoid all his abilities as much as we can. Looks like he's doing a lot more damage this time though. We might not be able to do him. His auto attacks are doing a lot of damage, doing 90s every hit. I wish there was another way to deal with him because I don't think we're going to be able to do this. We're going to have to just hit a reset on him already. Yeah, no, we can't do it. We're going to have to just reset. Our weapons are not strong enough to actually kill him. We could try the reflect, but I don't think it's going to do anything. Yeah, no, we're not going to be able to do this. We're going to have to just leave. It's not even close. So sadly, we're not going to be able to see what the end of this chest is going to be. He's too hard for tier 5 with tier 3 gear. We just don't do enough damage. But that's okay, you know, we're going to get a lot more chests out later on. Sadly, we didn't profit really anything from this dungeon. We kind of just wasted our time here. But I hope we still have enough to actually buy all our gear though. All I really cared about is hitting tier 4, which we did do. So we could get our tier 4 gear now. So it wasn't a total waste of time in there. Alright, here we are in the marketplace. We're going to go ahead and see if we could just sell off all our stuff that we already have. It's going to cost us a little bit of money to repair everything, but that's okay. It's going to cost... Whoa. 3k to repair everything, really? I don't even think it's worth repairing it. I may just have to just... Yeah, if we repair, we're not going to have enough for, you know, buying our equipment, because this Clarion Blade alone is already 4k. You know, and I'm not really sure... Okay, so we managed to get a few of the tier 4 items. I'm not really sure what helmet to use, so I think I'm just going to stick to a Hunter Hood. Just because it gives us a reflect, so if people do end up jumping on us, we could end up reflecting most of their damage back to them. So I think that's going to be the safer bet at the meantime. But if you guys have any other suggestions of what to use, be sure to leave that down in the comments so that I could end up taking into consideration, and, you know, hopefully it ends up being better than whatever it is that I'm using here. Okay, and here it is. This is our progress after the first little adventure that we had here on this video. We managed to hit all tier 4 gear. This time we did bring some healing potions just because, you know, that incident in there we weren't able to complete the dungeon because we didn't have enough health. So we're going to be taking some emergency healing potions with us. I cannot repair this green tier 3 armor because it's too expensive. You know, I don't really think it's worth it, so I think I'm just going to dump it and leave it in the, just leave it in the bank there. But overall, I'm really satisfied with the progress we've made on this account. We've already hit tier 4 in this video, so hopefully next video we could go explore some mists, hopefully start getting into that sort of content and making even more money from there. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and just end the video here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.